Welcome to the show, you guys. I'm Demi Ramos. This is Beauty School Dropout. You may have seen them causing mayhem at a show in LA, or maybe you caught them on tour with Blink 182 or MGK, but they're making waves in the rock scene for like a few years now. So I'm really excited to chat with you guys today. I want to talk about first, how did you name the band?
I was on a flight back from Australia, and I was actually like at the time looking for a name for the future project, and I read the airline magazine, and there was a whole write up on Frankie Avalon, and it was talking about the movie and the history from Greece and all this stuff, and the song title was there, and it just kind of resonated with me. I think it represented everything I was looking for from a potential band name, and it kind of stuck. Everybody, I don't know. I feel like we've never said beauty school dropout to someone who doesn't either go, "Oh, Greece," or like, "Wow, that's cool. I went to beauty school." I'm like, "Yep." Now you remember. Now you know.
And so tell us about the story of the band, because I feel like there's a really cool story. You kind of started the band and it jump started with like another friend. Like, how did this all come about?
So I actually I dropped out of school and joined Colton's band, Strange Faces. And that was kind of the start of the pursuit of music out here and how we met also. That went on for a while. I met Beepus probably like a year into that, and we just fell in love, and I needed him to move into LA so we could make music together because he was in San Diego at the time. Um, and one thing led to another. He actually showed that he was willing to commit. Like, I already knew Colton was, because that's what we wanted to do. And at that point, I'd kind of just spent like a year and a half to 2 years like diving into songwriting specifically, and songwriting for like other artists, myself, whatever, just writing literally a song a day every single day of the year, until like there was kind of an arsenal of random demos. And then Beepus and I used to, well, actually all of us, we all used to work at Winston House. We were at Winston House throwing an event, and Bardo was attending. We had a mutual friend performing. She introduced us, and shortly after, we had a session, made one of those songs into a demo. Immediately, the rest was history.
Shout out Winston House.
Shout out
Winston House.
Have you been?
Chemistry. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we Demi and I had some experiences at Winston House.
Did you ever go when it was a house?
No.
Oh yeah, we were working at it when it was a house on the backside of Abbot Kinney.
It was right off Electric Avenue. Yeah,
it was like by the time I got with the night that I went there with Demi for a thing, it was already kind of like a bougie club kind of deal.
So this: the 4 years before that club opened it was a house in Venice, and we would do private shows, DIY shows in the house, where it'd be like anyone from Bieber to Billie Eilish to Nipsey to, you literally name it, they played in our living room. And I was like the first assistant producer that they brought on under Tom, who I don't know if you guys are familiar with him, but he was like Tom Bender, super dope photographer, director. He was producing it all. And they were trying to turn it into like an organized, structured event, because at the time it was pretty much a frat party with musicians. And so they hired me, and then I hired all my friends. So literally all of us for like 4 years were throwing all the shows with them. And then when it got bought into the hospitality group that turned it into a club, we started the band.
Good story.
We played like opening
LA
night.
Story.
Oh yeah. We played opening night of the actual proper club too, or like opening week. I don't know. Corey was like, "You guys want to get this started, right?"
Yeah.
No, that's it. I wanted to actually ask you about because I saw you guys play a few years back, and I just knew there was something really cool there. Because you just looked at the crowd, and it was just kind of like just chaos. And I wanted to know, how much can you kind of cred the LA scene for your success?
Honestly, you know what? It's a combination of the LA scene and COVID that I think really gave us the edge of when we started this band. We started the band in 2019, and then obviously 2020 happened, and so we weren't playing shows. So it gave us a year to like hunker down, hone our craft, and then top of 2021, we're like, let's play shows, and everyone had been like stuck inside their house. And so we just started throwing parties. And I think our first like 30 shows were free party shows in LA. We were playing in vintage stores and small clubs. For everything was free. There was no intention of like, this is a concert. Like, it was like, come party with us. And I think that energy we've just carried now that we have ticketed shows and stuff. It's the same vibe.
It was like the
free shows too.
real like building block, I'd say, for us doing the in real life thing. Because like you said, the first 2 years we were in COVID and we couldn't be a band. And so I think that the energy that everybody had after being locked in a cage for 2 years and wanting to get back to real life really set the tone for like, okay, this is exactly how we want to move. And I think fortunately enough, as we have scaled and grown outwards, like that energy just kind of followed suit, you know? I mean, even now we just got back from a tour. We're selling out cities in Europe that we've never even been to, but like everybody's going just as hard, if not harder than our first show we ever did out here, where it's like, that's just the vibe that we bring. And I think that's expected now, so it's cool that we can credit that back to our like humble beginnings.
And yeah, credit to LA being our hometown of this band. I think it's just a cool place to like form. All of our friends are amazing. They're all so cool, creatives. It just like, I think everything starts here in New York and just like it spreads like wildfire.
We've talked to artists, bigger artists who, you know, were looking for an opening band and come to find out the band they liked that they, you know, picked off Instagram they wanted to tour with had never played a live show before. And that's, I think, something a lot of bands that started during COVID, they didn't have that advantage. So I think that you guys, you know, hearing to your story, I think, do you feel like that was an advantage you had, that you come out of this? Not only did you have songs that you made in the studio or whatever, but you knew how to play together as a band, you knew how to play shows. That must have been helpful, right?
Yeah, I think we just had a lot of like pent up, like that. I don't know. It wasn't even so much a thought as much as it was just like, that's what we wanted to do. And naturally, I think because we are the ones, because like you said, right, it's like there's a lot of people who show up to shows and they're more concerned with who they're seeing or who's seeing them, yada, yada, whatever. We know all those people. And that was the people coming to our shows from the jump. But I think our ethos was always saying like, fuck that and fuck you. We're going to party. Like, I don't care. I'm going to scuff your Balenciagas right now, bro. Like, you know, it's just, I think the anti to that is what gave people the freedom to be like, oh, wow, this is like, I can actually let loose and like go crazy right now.
We also just have like an old school mentality about being in a band to some extent. We just like play as many shows as possible. Like, let's just, social media is there. We have to do it. But like at the end of the day, like what we love is the IRL activities.
Yeah. And then like speaking to your question, I feel like we've also all put in the 10,000 hours of like touring in shitty band situations with like a van with a broken AC type shit. You know what I mean? Like we've done that. And then when we came together, we just had the connection that exists between us as bandmates. And I think you can see that live.
Super cool. So let's talk about when Blink-182 came into the picture.
Yes.
How was that? Like, how did that feel having, you know, like, how did that feel?
Pretty crazy. I mean, we were, as the lore goes, there was a list of, I think, 30 bands that the founder of our label, Sherry, had sent out to both Mark and Pete individually, and both separately responded with only BSD. So that, seeing those screenshots, I remember seeing those screenshots for the first time, and we were like, oh, shit, that's cool. That's crazy. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's not really a feeling like it. These are the people we've grown up admiring and going to their shows and really loving their music and letting it shape our childhoods. And so I think to be able to see that come to fruition is a very special feeling.
What was it like actually meeting? Do you remember your first impressions of especially Mark? Because I know you've worked with Mark on a different thing. What was your impression of actually meeting these guys face to face?
It
realize
was
that.
crazy.
Yeah,
Go.
you really. I actually think like we got blessed in this department where the people say don't meet your idols. We got the good ones. They're genuinely just good humans, good mentors. The first time we met them was at Soho House, which is the most LA thing you could possibly do, but it was just like so cool, and we just got to talk. And Mark has just been a friend more so than anything throughout the whole process, and a mentor creatively, and like just championing us to be us, which is all you can ask for from someone you look up to. And obviously Blink-182 co-signing us as hard as they have has been like a lifelong dream of mine since I was a kid.
Yeah, it's like how kind of having like a supportive uncle or something, you know.
We call him Dad.
Do you remember the first show that you like opened up for Blink?
Yeah.
It was Minneapolis 2023.
Was it Minneapolis or was it Des Moines?
Midwest, somewhere
No,
in the Midwest.
Yeah, it was somewhere over there, but I just remember, dude, I cried in the bathroom.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
I was just like so overwhelmed. It was so early on.
That tour took us through a loop because we had never gotten a taste of playing shows that big. And so to be thrown into that scale of an arena after doing our first tour, probably like 8 months before, was pretty crazy. We had to learn a lot and fail a lot for sure to be able to like really earn our merit. But also I think we're all grateful that happened, because now even going back out with Blink this last time around, like a couple weeks ago, it was just night and day. The like just how smooth everything went from us playing to understanding what is necessary as a team on the back end, and like doing all of it together was really easy this time around.
What's your favorite and like least favorite thing about touring, like as a rock band?
My favorite thing is touring and playing shows, like the whole thing. My least favorite is waking up early.
Yeah.
if we have to.
Sitting all like curled up in the back of a van is definitely takes a toll on the body when you're doing it every day. But
yeah,
like
you get some stretching in, like when you stop at a truck stop, get some stretching in, like get some, maybe take a couple laps around the building or something. You know, that's what I would do.
Yeah, we definitely stretch each other out for sure.
Stretch each other out.
Like who does what in the van? Like who's driving? Who's doing the playlist? Like who's sleeping?
Oh God.
We've upgraded. We usually have a driver always now, which is so nice. We haven't driven since like 2023. We used to all drive.
Except for me.
Except for Colie. Colie's never driven. He's not. We don't. It's not that we don't trust. He drives in LA on the on those tours. We were driving, doing everything. Colie and I are sleeping. Colton's sleeping. Bardo's usually making beats and bad decisions on his laptop, and just he's a workhorse. The rest of us are just vegging out.
One, you mentioned playing the bigger venues with Blink, and then you start coming from the house shows that you started on. Some bands have a gradual rise in terms of venues and sound systems and that kind of thing. But how did you guys adjust? How much of an adjustment was it? I mean, musically, technically, to start going from small clubs and houses to like, oh, now we're playing arenas and stadiums and all that kind of stuff.
It's a lot of failures. I think the ball got dropped several times from aspects where we were put in a position where we had to rise to the occasion and like really figure it the fuck out. And so I think when you do that so many times, you kind of just learn what it is. And naturally we had the self-realization of like, okay, if we want to do this and keep doing this, we're going to have to move a certain way. We're going to have to perform a certain way. We're going to have certain necessities, from the way our mix sounds to the tech operation to how we even cooperate as a band. And so I think it's almost like the fake it till you make it thing, even though we weren't faking it. Like we were just there. It just, you kind of see how it goes. And you're like, Oh, okay. All right. That's, I guess, us now. That's how we're going to do it.
Learn as you go.
Yeah, truly. We didn't have a choice. I mean, it was like, yeah, that's kind of the weird part of life where it's like when you're thrown in these positions where you don't have a choice but you're just hungry enough to go for it. You kind of just take a bite and you got to fuck around and find out.
My favorite story about this was we played Mercury Lounge in New York on our headline tour, and then while we were on stage, we said, next time we're back, you'll see us at Madison Square Garden just talking shit. Literally, it happened. The next time we went back was MSG with Blink. But if that gives you any idea of just like how big of a jump we had to make in such a short amount of time, like it tests you.
Yeah. Do you have kind of our one thing you talk about upgrading venues is do you have an ideal like kind of venue? Because some people like the 3,000 seat like kind of theaters are like the perfect sweet spot, and some people like, you know, maybe a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller. Like, do you have a perfect sweet spot for the type of venue you like to play?
My personal favorite is 500 cap.
Yeah, 500 cap.
Just for the energy. It's sweaty. You can smell everybody. It's like there's enough people that you can go and crowd surf and have a mosh pit that's like sizable, but it's like you can see everyone. That's, I think, the biggest thing is like there's no one getting lost, because at the arena level, dude, there's people we couldn't even see. Like,
yeah, that's what I just think is like the vastness of playing an arena would be wild. But yeah.
Obviously, it's cool. It's so cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the ultimate goal, I think, for us is to be able to get, because obviously we're not like selling out arenas on our own, and so the experience we're getting is much more of whatever our superiors audiences are willing to give us, whereas like the club shows have such insane visceral energy. But I think our ultimate goal is to get to a point where we are playing arenas or stadiums or whatever, even just like big, you know, 1,000 to 5,000 cap clubs, but still maintaining that level of chaos and energy that we see in our club shows now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We just had Mudvayne on the other day, and it's kind of like a similar story. They kind of were co-signed by Slipknot, and when they describe kind of like going from DIY culture to opening up for Slipknot, and then kind of like doing their own headline tours, there was a difference, but it's just kind of, I guess, the journey of a rock band, you know. I want to talk about the new album though. Where did all the butterflies go? How did it's kind of like early 2000s, but like with a modern twist, right?
Sure.
How'd you guys make that album? What was the first song?
Fever was the first song.
Fever was not actually the first song. Sex was. XXX was the first song. We did it with Ted Hutt like a month before we went up to the debate.
Oh, no way. I thought it was Fever.
But Fever was the song where we were like, because at that point, like, it was funny. XXX was randomly like, I had started it one day, and then we had this session that we were already kind of like, like, we'll see how it goes, whatever, because we didn't have like a general goal or like sound yet. We just were getting in with people. But when Fever happened, I think that was kind of the inception moment of like vision for the Sonics, just because that was the first time where I think all of us looked at each other and were like, oh, yeah, let's do that. But also just became a very quick North Star for how we wanted the rest of the album's personality to shine through.
North Star, what a great twist of the phrase there. Love it.
Thanks. I like words.
Yeah. One thing that we has proven to be a popular topic on the show in the last few months has been video games and on the road entertainment. Do you got your Switch going in the back of the tour bus? What's the video game situation on the road?
I'm the lone video game player, which is, it makes me so sad, but I accept it. I accept my duty. We'll eventually get the boys.
You can't even you don't even do like a split screen Mario Kart or anything like that.
Beepus, I found my Switch, bro. I have it right here, actually.
We go. Colton will play Mario Kart or Smash with me.
Okay.
We'll get the other boys on it.
Yeah.
Colie's into Roblox all of a sudden.
Yeah,
Roblox.
I've been playing Dress to Impress with my girlfriend, and now I'm a fiend. It's good. I love it. I always have had a weird thing with video games where it's like I'll play video games that are typically things that I just like to do in real life or want to learn to do in real life, and then I realize I can't do it in real life, and I'll just do that instead. So I like literally that was how I started playing guitar. It was Guitar Hero, and like soccer, all these things. But I feel like in the van, I usually am in the back cooking up like content and stuff for the band pages or my pages or whatever, just trying to like tell the story on our time off. It's like we
Or
tell the story and then go
sleeping.
for the story to tell. Yeah,
Or
or
has the
sleep.
superpower of falling asleep whenever, wherever, instantaneously. You find him anywhere, he's just like,
Eh. No, I actually have a theory about Guitar Hero and like Rock Band that
Mhm.
like kind of like I guess we were like kids when that kind of had its rebirth or like birth, whatever.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of like low key like planted the seed for like the revamp of like the rock thing that happened about 5 years ago. Don't you think? That's kind of like, you know what I mean? Like we all grew up and just wanted to start rock bands. I think in the
that's
back.
how I learned how to play drums from Rock Band. That was like, I literally,
Did you have the full Rock Band setup with all the instruments and like the whole thing? And yeah, wow.
oh yeah, I lived on that thing.
Yeah.
My favorite song from Rock Band still will forever be Ballroom Blitz.
Oh
That
yeah.
was- It's funny actually because I was like playing the game with all the instruments at that time because I only played guitar, but that was the song on that game that made me pick up the mic and start singing along.
It's a great song to sing.
It's a great
It's
song to
so-
sing, and it's also like if you got the drum set up, the like that part. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great. Yeah.
So
Such a good song.
Nah, speaking of girlfriends, I wanted to ask about because we've had Royal on the show like about a year or so ago, and I'm like, wait, which one of yous can we credit for the new love song, or songs?
Oh, Colie is the lyricist.
Yeah, I don't know how many of them are love songs, maybe more lack thereof, but I would say those are all from experiences that didn't go as well as my current situation. Not even current situation, my partner. I'm in love with my girlfriend. We're great now, but I think there's been many failures at love to get to where we are now, and that's what a lot of the songs are about.
That's what a love story is.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you find like writing lyrics? Can you kind of make a separation between real life and fiction, and like kind of separate yourself where you're not like crying on your page as you're writing lyrics? Can you kind of like separate the art from the, you know what I'm saying? Or is it kind of always intertwined?
I never really have to. I mean, I write so much to begin with, and I think that like even beyond songwriting, writing is just a device I use to stay sane. And so when we are writing songs, it's never like I don't know. It's rare that I'm in there like in my feels, whatever. I feel like usually this is after the experience has been like digested, and I'm pulling back in the arsenal of memories and just being able to like, I don't know. I love wordplay and I love poems and I love writing in general. So I think naturally like it just kind of comes out of me.
I feel like in sessions too, you're all like, this shit happened. Like, how the fuck? Colie lives the most. Like,
yeah.
I don't understand how so much shit, good or bad, happens to one person, but it's great to have him as a singer and a lyricist in our band because it is a live. My life is not that exciting.
I'm just a vessel, and I like to. I'll be outside. I'll be outside a lot. I've been outside a lot, and you know, it's like I don't know. I just want to live life to the fullest. At the end of the day, whether that's romance, whether that's like crazy experiences, the people I meet, whatever I do, and so I think, you know, at the end of it, I'm just a big old sensitive lover boy. But I think naturally through the trials and tribulations of that, you kind of have your moments where you're like, and that turns into form.
You're a lover boy with some wild hair. We're big on hair care, hair products.
Yeah.
Is there any special treatment you have for the flow you got going on there, or is it just all whatever happens happens?
It depends. When I'm home and like can afford to have a nice hair treatment, I'll try and like I don't know, I'll condition every day. I never shampoo. I put like a curl cream in every once in a while or like hair oils. But the shit show you're looking at now is just a day of sweat and work and not doing anything to it. That's why I got a hat on.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a wig, and you've like smashed it underneath a hat. It's kind of
Yeah, I get Slash a lot.
yeah. Slash would wear he would wear the ball cap and have like the yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
just
pretty
have
funny.
this giant like it's just kind of
Yeah, bro,
out of
you know it's
control.
all the curls.
Yeah.
Dude, it's tough out here. The curls are hard to manage, bro. It's funny. I was walking in Venice like the week before we left for the Blink run, and there's this whole team of construction doing some like groundwork over on the boardwalk. And I was walking by, and this guy kind of looks at me funny, and I was like, "What's up?" And then he just goes, "Slash." I was like, "What did you just say?"
Slash's son? Are you Slash's
Yeah, I was
son?
like, I thought he was saying because I was like with my girl too, so I thought maybe he like said something weird to her. I was like, "Bro, what did you just say?" And he's like, "Slash," and I was like, "What?" She's like,
Yeah.
"Slash, he's calling you Slash again."
Well,
Yeah.
I want to play like a little game. Like I want to pretend that we're making a yearbook, right? And like we're giving out, they have like those little awards and stuff.
superlatives.
Yes. So between the band, who would be voted the coolest tattoos?
Oh,
I vote.
I
I
think
vote Colton. Yeah.
Colton's
Yeah.
got
wins. Yeah.
What kind of tattoos are we talking?
He's just fully covered.
We got plenty.
What's your titties, boy? Pull it out.
It'd take a while. I got a lot.
Wow.
I think we're all impressed that he has his nipples blacked out.
Oh.
That's
I don't
the
Like,
hardest.
oh, interesting.
That's the hardest thing I've
Heard that.
seen ever. No,
If you're already there, you might as well just black them out.
no. I skipped mine perfectly.
Who takes the longest to get ready on tour?
Bardo.
Yes.
Bardo.
The guy who can't defend himself.
Yeah.
No, he knows.
No, it's unanimous. It's Bardo.
Okay.
I take the longest to get ready for bed. Like that, I think is my one part of the day where I'm like, I'm gonna
Self-care routine?
stare at the wall and dissociate for like 30 minutes while I have dangerously hot water burning my skin off.
If it's early, I might be worse than Bardo. I'm not a morning guy.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Bardo just
What about-
takes a lot longer to do anything.
What about best fashion sense?
You know, I would say Colton, but I was voted best dressed in my yearbook, so I don't know. No, Colton's got some crazy fashion
I've been
game. I think
stepping
we
out in
all
suits lately, bro. We've been
Oh,
My
honestly,
boys-
right now I look
My
upgraded.
boys definitely are upgrading. They're leveling up crazy. But I worked in fashion for a long time, so
yeah,
Did-
Colton's the most
was-
consistently.
Was there ever a conversation about doing like matching suits like the Hives or something, or
We
like
did do it.
Motown, but like full time? Like that would be your
We-
thing. Like, yeah.
We in 2022 when we first started like really playing shows a lot, we all wore the same red suit for like a whole year.
Wow.
And that came crashing and burning down. I think we just got burnt out on all wearing the same suit for every show.
Well,
But now
also
we have-
keeping those suits fresh and clean, or lack thereof.
Oh, they were not fresh and clean. They smelled terrible. They were disgusting by the end of that year. I still have mine. I had to get it dry cleaned so I could get the smell out of it.
I feel like we all have our own fashion taste, but like we just trust each other as a group that we know we're gonna look cool somehow. You know, we've had the conversation of like, oh, what would it look like? But at least I'll speak for myself. I don't think I could wear a suit every show for the rest of my life. That sounds.
It's a lot to keep up.
We also love shopping on tour. That's like one of our favorite things to do. So we end up with like more clothes to wear, and then we have to wear them.
What about worst fashion sense?
Oh
no!
Don't start a fight. Don't start a fight.
Next.
We can't answer that one.
I'll take that one. I think I got the worst sense. It's me.
Who's the most competitive of the group?
Ooh, I'm also there.
I would vote. Bardo is a contender for that. He's not here, but he's like an attack dog.
Bardo and I are the most competitive in different ways, for sure.
Yeah, I'll give you guys that.
Biggest sweetheart?
Colton.
Wow. C-Dog is yeah, bro, because you're so stoned all the time. You're just kind of like,
yeah.
He's like the soft. He's like a real life
Demi, does Colton kind of have Idris vibes?
Idris.
Yeah. Like with the sunglasses and the and the ball. Yeah. You guys know Idris, singer Idris? Yeah, he's like cool guy with the sunglasses. That's what Colton reminds me of. But
Colton is the cool guy with the sunglasses.
He is. Colton, I feel like, is actually the most. It's funny because maybe it comes out even more because you wouldn't expect it. Like looking at him, he looks like the toughest, hardest fits, like most tattoos, sunglasses on. Like you'd expect him to be kind of a hard ass, but then he's just this big teddy bear. And so it kind of, I don't know, like the perfect yin and yang.
Who's the biggest heartbreaker?
Colton.
Historically,
it's Colton. It's got to be Colton. There's no way it's not Colton.
No way. Historically, with all due respect to Colie's current girlfriend, I love her to death, but Colie is, through the years of knowing him, the king.
Colie's the heartbreak kid.
I'm the heartbreaker, bro. I feel like I'm the heartbroken.
Oh man.
No, I think that's true
it
too.
Makes for good song lyrics.
Yeah, Colie's gotten the shit end of the stick on heartbroken too, but you're a little heartthrob.
Yeah, I love love. You know, it's not, you know.
So then, who loves the hardest? Would that be yours to take?
I think that's probably a fair. Yeah, I'd say that's probably a fair quote. I love really hard. When I'm all in, I'm all in. But I think that in and of itself has bitten me in the ass a lot of times because I've been a little too, whether that's trusting or just being emotionally invested into something without being able to maybe realize that the vice versa was not being received. I think that's kind of how we've gotten a lot of the lyrics that we have.
Let's go.
Yeah, you know, but you should. I feel like everyone should love wholeheartedly. You know, it's like that's being human. That's like one of the best parts of being human.
Absolutely. Who has a hidden talent?
Ooh, I have a lot of hidden talents, but you know what? I didn't realize I don't think of them as hidden talents. I just have a lot of shit that I obsess over hobbies or like passions, and I'll get really good at something until I know it. And then I'm like, okay, what's the next thing? So I have a lot of things from my childhood. Like I play pool like a motherfucker. I love soccer. I love baseball.
You can backflip.
He can skate.
Backflip.
So you're kind of like the jock of the group, sort of?
In a weird way, yeah.
You're the most active in like things that are like active.
Yeah, I'm like Mowgli, bro. Like I need to be outside. My whole childhood
like
was
Jungle
like,
Boy.
Yeah, for sure. I would skate everywhere and just like.
He's the kid from Wild Thornberries.
Yeah.
Who's the most responsible band member?
Beepus.
I'm clinically insane on the front of making sure everything is the way I want it to be, which is not always a good thing. But I am pretty responsible.
Beepus is a Libra, so he just has to maintain order at all times. You know.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have a lot of like Libras in my family, and they are definitely like that.
Yeah.
They're definitely
I'll crash out if things feel out of order. My order, not just order in general. It needs to. I'm working on it.
Well, it looks like your shelf behind you looks very well organized. Looks very like curated.
That's if I spun this camera around and you saw my house, it's all my girlfriend. I get to enjoy the benefits of having a girlfriend that
Interior
keeps order in
decorator.
peace. Yeah, she needs order in peace, but I thrive under that, so I'll accept.
Who is most likely to start a bar fight?
Oh,
Differently. Who's drunk?
Actually, okay, I'll say this.
Who's drunk?
I will never be the one to start the bar fight, but God forbid I'm caught in the crosshairs.
Yo, and don't test us right now because Beepus has been wanting to yell bar fight or band
I want
fight.
to wear a band fight so
Band
bad.
fight. He's been wanting to yell that shit, so don't play with us.
We almost got in one like a month ago. We were at this club that we love to go to in New York, and this guy was being really drunk and really creepy to the women in our group, and it started with my girlfriend particularly. He came up and started grabbing on her, and we handled it. It was fine. Nothing violent.
He was about to see the Golden Gates though.
It is crazy. Yeah, we got him like I ended up going and getting security because I was like, you guys are gonna handle it or I am. And so they were like, oh, okay. And so they like went and they literally like picked this little man up like a little like Labubu. And we're like and he disappeared in the dog and we had a great time. None of us ever want to fight. I will say that. Like the goal is never to like be violent. It's more so just like if there's business we're standing on, we're gonna stand on it.
Standing on
I
business.
I got a spicy little mouth sometimes though. I'm like a chihuahua though. Like I'm like
wow.
Band fight. We're gonna see that in the headlines in a week. Like, what is it? It's Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. This weekend, BSD starts a bar fight.
Yeah, I just think the only real funnest part would be to like break a chair. That's the whole like fun of a bar fight is to take like one of those like flimsy wooden chairs and just like that would be the cool part.
It does sound fun.
Yeah,
I really want to like curl up in a ball behind someone and have Beepus just like push him,
table topping,
bench him over me.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Colton's got hands like Thor, bro.
Oh yeah.
Don't wake
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So as we what do you guys got going on moving forward? Like we're recording this at the end of September. What do you guys got going on and kind of moving towards the holiday season?
We got this LetLive run that we're on. We're just going to keep promoting the album. Where Did All the Butterflies Go? We just announced that we're going on tour with MGK and Wiz Khalifa next year. We got some discussion on our own headline tour. And then a bunch of festivals in November. We got High Spirits. We got Ceremony, Warped Tour. Some headliners in Ohio if you're in Cleveland. And
then we're playing the Southeast area, East Coast, some headline shows.
What's that city in Maryland called?
Towson, which is it's Baltimore. Yeah.
It's Baltimore.
I wish they would just say that. Yeah. Okay. So that's
it's like far enough away. It's like calling. It's like maybe like Riverside to LA or something. Like it's own thing, but it's also kind of yeah.
Cool. Right on.
To be honest,
so
I didn't.
It's nicer than
know where
Riverside.
Maryland
No,
is.
it's nicer than Riverside.
Yeah.
Cool. So you kind of have like a grab bag, kind of like a mixture of different stuff going on.
Yeah, man. Just shows. Lots of shows.
Touring forever, bro.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, thank you guys so much for coming on the show. I can't wait to see the rest of your rock and roll story unravel. Hopefully we can catch a show sometime as well. So.
Hell yeah.
Please do.
Oh, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Appreciate you having us.